Hello, friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. All right, not a whole lot going on around here today. I don't have any field trips planned. Basically, what I'm doing now is really getting serious again about looking for some more jobs. So that just means filing through a whole bunch of stuff that's come to me via email, through Indeed, and through the Texas Workforce Commission, finding out what it is that I would be interested in doing, and then applying for them through their online system. Unfortunately, it isn't a very efficient system, and I end up always having to re-enter the same information into everyone's website because unfortunately they can't work with the resume you provide. They need you to punch all the information into their website and have it formatted under their standards. Fortunately, however, I have several versions of my resume, and I can really just kind of cut and paste stuff out of that and pull it into their website. So it's slow and tedious, but I'm not having to reinvent the wheel every time, which is kind of nice. I did find out something else that was interesting. As you know, on that job that I applied for recently that I didn't get, they had already begun the background check on me. And part of the background check was them checking in on my references. And I was actually really flattered because a couple days ago, they sent over, even though the whole thing ended when they found somebody else for the job, the company sent me a copy of all of the information that they had gathered in the time between when they started doing the background check and when it was discontinued because the company found somebody else. And I was really kind of flattered of how great some of the comments I got from some of my references were. Yeah, these people were my friends, but they were also my supervisors. And, you know, the truth is, it seems clear to me that I didn't not get the job because, you know, my work references were bad, because the stuff I got from my references were actually very, very flattering. So I was really pleased with that. Yeah, these people are my friends, but like I said, they were my bosses also. And they pointed out things that, you know, really made me look like an ideal employee. So I was really happy to see that. Also, it was good to see that when they did the background check that they didn't find anything. Obviously, I knew they weren't going to find anything because, you know, the most serious run-in with the law I've ever had was, you know, a speeding ticket, you know, 35 years ago. So, you know, that's a good thing. I don't have any kind of a criminal history. I knew there wasn't going to be anything there. And so, but it was really nice to hear from my references and have them have given me such a great reference. So I know that at least if they do a background check on me in the future, that, you know, they're going to probably come up with the same things, because I will definitely use the same references next time. So a couple days ago, I talked to you about how I'd gotten one of my neighbors to clean the paint off of my car and return it to kind of a clean, pristine level again. And some of you asked actually to see what the car looked like. This is actually the kind of rear trunk area. This is where the worst of it was. And while you might see some spots on there, the truth is that's just dust. You know, you saw what that lamp that I repainted a few weeks ago looked like. Yeah, the back of the car right here looked the same way. And like I said, this guy spent a good probably 10 hours over 2 days detailing this car, and this car just looks beautiful again. I'm really pleased with how well he did. So I wanted to kind of show you that. I obviously can't show you too much about the car. Wow, got a little thunderstorm blowing in. I don't know if you hear that. That's kind of cool, something to look forward to. Saw it on the weather, but anyway, I digress here. So yeah, I just wanted to show you how really nice of a job this car looked just like that lamp did about a week ago. So, you know, like I said, he spent about 10 hours on this car, and you know, like I said, you are seeing a little bit on there, but most of that's like dust. So just wanted to show you that. Obviously, I can't show you too much about the car because I got to kind of keep my privacy here a little bit and don't want people coming in and say, oh, okay, well, I've been able to figure out this is what his apartment kind of looks like, and this is what a car looks like, and figure out where I live, and all of a sudden you get creeps showing up at your front door. But I did want to kind of show you that. So, and of course, the maple tree continues to thrive. You can kind of even see they got paint all over the maple tree too. See the spots on it? Yeah, that's kind of what my car looked like. Fortunately, you know, this is a maple tree. It'll drop its leaves in a few months, and next year it'll have all new leaves. But you know, it had a rough year. You can kind of see there's some dead leaves on it, but I think we're going to be able to save it. It's definitely doing a lot better now. It isn't wilting and all that, so that's all good news. Yeah, so even my weather station is saying that we might be getting some rain today. Although I'm looking at the barometer, 30.02, that's usually pretty high. Usually you get down to 29.6, even below that. And even there it says that the little, you see that little horizontal arrow to the right of the number there, that says that basically the barometer, the barometric pressure is remaining constant. But like I said, when it drops, even if it drops from really high level, then you tend to get storms. And I've been watching this storm kind of blow in for the last couple hours, so it doesn't really surprise me. But yeah, we're still at 86 degrees outside, 64% humidity. Yep, hot day. Although 86 degrees is actually relatively low, it's probably one of the lowest temperatures for the middle of the day that we've had in some time. Usually about this point it's 96 or above, so you know, I've been kind of watching the weather, and it looks like it's trending a little bit lower. So, you know, we're kind of getting to the point where it's starting to cool off a little bit, and we're starting to get into fall weather. So hopefully that'll be a little nicer too. Yeah, this is often what I have to deal with when it comes to weather here. You know how much I like the weather, and you kind of look at this little storm that's blowing through here that we just heard the thunderclap from, and look at it. It just seems to be really good at avoiding where I am. It seems to just go right around me. But unfortunately, that's just sometimes the way it goes here. And sometimes I just have to accept the fact that maybe my understanding of barometric pressure, which is based on my experience from California, it might just be different here. Who knows? Maybe barometric pressure and what it takes to create a storm is different here in Texas, maybe because of all the humidity, maybe because of factors I'm not even considering. But you know what? If it's going to rain at 30 millibars, then it rains at 30 millibars. We'll take it, right? So I just kind of wanted to share all that with you, kind of let you know where I'm standing on all this. That is really all that I have for today. So I am going to end it here by saying thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.